Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and blog. Today I have for you Christmas card number 6. I can't believe we are already halfway through, it's going so fast. The inspiration for today's card I got from Kelly Latevola. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing her name correctly. She did a similar card on the W+9 channel, and I also saw similar cards made by other card makers as well. And I thought that this is an awesome idea and I will give it a try. Here are the supplies I will be using today. The stamp set is from Avery Elle and I bought it actually last year, but I saw they still have it on the Avery Elle website and other shops as well. Although so close to Christmas, it might be sold out. The stamp set is called Christmas Packages, and Avery Elle has other stamp set that would fit this type of card as well. For example, holiday bouquet or Merry flowers would also work perfectly. And since I will be ink blending and needed a cardstock that is smooth, I decided to finally use the linen cardstock from papermilldirect I bought in the summer. I found this cardstock very interesting. I think it has this canvas type of texture. I'm not sure if I'm describing it correctly, but it has a texture and it's very smooth. Also for this card I needed a masking paper, and the one I found is from the brand Sticks2. I think it's an UK brand. And I can tell you nothing special. You get only one sheet in the pack, but this masking paper they sell locally, so it's easier for me to get it. I will try getting the Inka Dinka Do masking paper to see if there is any difference. I think they sell it on Crafty Charlie. For my trial card, I actually used a post-it tape with the full adhesive on the back. Way better choice and much cheaper. I was going to use it for this card, but I actually ran out. I stamped the images on the masking paper. I used the Archival ink from Ranger as it's waterproof and dries fast. I just didn't want to get any black ink where it's not supposed to be. The ink pad is a little bit dry, but I didn't need the mask to be stamped properly, just the outlines. I stamped the image twice as I was going to make 2 cards. You can reuse the mask maybe twice, 3 times. But the masking paper is a little bit delicate, so for this video, to be on a safe side, just in case I mess up, I made 2 masks. If I weren't filming, I would reuse them. Next, I stamped the image with the presents on the panel with the white linen cardstock. I used the Versafine ink in Onyx black. I also used the mini misty tool as I wanted to stamp straight and in the middle, and without a misty that would not happen, at least not to me. But of course you can use an acrylic block. After I stamped, I cut the mask out using my scissors. The stamp has berries and leaves on the left side that are not attached to the packages, so I decided not to cover them up with the mask. This would be just too fiddly and too much work, and I think it still looks good. Then I placed the mask over the stamped image, making sure it sticks to the card properly. For the first card, I used the Distress inks Candied Apple, Wilted Violet and Tumbled Glass. The way I was going to blend them on the panel was different color in each corner. As usual when blending, I put below the cardstock a laminated piece of cardstock, as it helps me to glide the blending tool more smoothly. Although I have no really skill applying Distress inks, I just try to choose a smooth cardstock, which helps me to get better results. I started with the Candied Apple Distress ink and started applying the ink in circular motion. I started off on the laminated cardstock and carefully went over the linen cardstock. The best way to apply Distress ink is to start with a light hand. Next, I brought the Tumbled Glass Distress ink, and I also picked up a post note so I don't get my fingers and the cardstock dirty. I blended this color only on a smaller part in the bottom right corner. Then I blended the Wilted Violet ink and I blended it on top and bottom of the panel. The color combo I got from a card I did a few months back. I think these colors look quite nice together. I was going to remove the mask, but decided to make another card right after. For this one I used the Distress inks Blueprint Sketch, Twisted Citron and Mustard Seed. I always have troubles picking up colors. There is so many options and I like all of the Distress inks. I started with the Blueprint Sketch. I blended it across the left side of the panel. Also, after I finished with every color, I cleaned my surface with baby wipes so I don't get the card dirty. Then I added the Mustard Seed Distress ink, just like with the light blue on the other panel. I only added it on a small portion of the card. Since this is a Christmas card, I wasn't 100% sure how yellow will feel on a Christmas card. Turned out it looks quite good. And lastly, I went with the Twisted Citron ink and blended it on top and the bottom of the panel. And here you see me removing the mask of the image. I was actually disappointed how I did it when I was editing. This is the most fun part and I didn't film it properly. Oh well, I will definitely do this type of a cut again sometime in the future and will make sure I will film the removing of the mask properly. Next I was going to stamp the sentiment. I only used the one that says Merry Christmas, but the stamp set also has the words from our family to yours. And I stamped it with the Versafine ink in Onyx Black. And I stamped it twice, so the sentiment is very black and vivid. Then I adhere the panel directly on top of a black card base using a tape adhesive. And for this card, I brought some clear gems from Lucy's cards. The pack has various sizes of clear gems and I adhere them on top of the panel. I use the multi-medium matte adhesive from Ranger. I'm no expert and don't really have a feel for putting embellishments on top of the card. All I know, uneven numbers and triangles is great visual point, but I think I did a good job. I also decided to add some Nuvo drops on top of the berries that are in clusters of 3. And I did this on both cards the same way. So here are both finished cards. I know I say this in every video, but I do think they came out very nicely. I really like the color combinations and I love the stamped image is not colored and it's just white. It's just a different look for a card. Anyways, I also made a few different cards. On this card I used a little bit more purple and pinks as well as red. Then on the next card I used blues and greens. And here I used the Distress Inks Festive Berries and Shabby Shutters, is it? They are both in the same kit and I'm not sure if they go very well together. I still like it, but the green would be better if it went into more minty color. I don't know. And last card I did was this one. I just wanted to make one card where I colored the presents. I used the Distress inks to do this. I think it looks very nice. I used a red card base for this. I think it gives the card quite nice contrast. So that's all for this video. If you liked it, I would appreciate if you gave this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. There are still another 6 Christmas cards to go. As always, I will have the supplies listed in the description below this video and also on my blog, where you will find links to most of the products and you will find there also close-up photos of the cards. Hope you will have a great day and I will see you in my next video. Bye!